Hello, dear viewers, wherever you are here in Rwanda and beyond. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this latest edition of the news in English on Rwanda Television. My name is Serge Nhore. We'll begin with the headlines. Female members of the Social Democratic Party have reaffirmed their commitment to playing their role in the development of Rwanda. Authorities in Bugesera, that's in the eastern province, have urged local residents to take advantage of the progress the district has made in the last 30 years. Now straight to the details. In Rwanda and beyond, the achievements of the RPF-Inkotanyi party are well known, but few truly understand what it took to attain those achievements or the origins of the party itself. Well, from December 25th to 28th, that is back in 1987, the Rwandese Patriotic Front, or RPF-Inkotanyi, held its first Congress, establishing the principles and broad political vision on which it is built. Now, 37 years after its founding, those principles remain, having become the driving force behind the transformation that Rwanda has continued to experience. In the past, Rwandans exiled from their homeland made repeated efforts to return. In 1979, the Rwanda Alliance for National Unity, or RANU, which was primarily led by intellectuals, was established to push this agenda. RANU later evolved into the RPF-Inkotanyi, founded through the collective ideas of its members. Kampala, Uganda holds significant historical importance as the site where Rwandans from various regions gathered in a small room borrowed from members of the national resistance movement of that country. During that first Congress, the RPF was officially established with a mission to bring revolutionary change to Rwanda, end exile, and eradicate discrimination. The ideas of that Congress became the cornerstone of RPF-Inkotanyi's mission, which is addressing Rwanda's challenges, understanding their causes, and providing solutions while respecting historical continuity. Today, the RPF's 9 guiding principles remain relevant. Analysts see this as evidence of the foresight of the founders, who gave priority to unity, ending exile, combating genocide and its ideology, while promoting justice, strong diplomacy, governance, and a citizen-centered economy. 3 years after its founding, the RPF-Inkotanyi launched its liberation struggle that would later end the fastest genocide in recorded human history and at the same time liberate Rwanda. Following a 9-year transition period, Rwanda adopted its constitution in 2003, paving the way for governance rooted in elections. In the past 15 years, Rwanda's economy has grown at an average rate of 8% annually. Trust among Rwandans and their confidence in themselves and their country have deepened. Once difficult to locate on a world map, Rwanda has become a hub for major international conferences and events, ranking highly in global governance, security, and development indices. Rwanda's contributions to solving global challenges are a source of pride for us Rwandans and Africa in general, demonstrating that good governance is the ultimate solution to any problem. Now, did you know that birds have a way of helping each other correct mistakes and can even sense what the weather has in store for us? Our colleague, Enola Gladys Menimana, brings us this story with insights from wildlife experts in the Akagera National Park.
Akagera National Park isn't a home for ferocious animals only. Beyond them, you will find many species of harmless creatures. Among them are birds of various species. Kamagaju Penina, who has been guiding tourists in Akagera National Park for 18 years, is one of those who monitor the lives of birds in the park. She explains that birds have a way of working together and helping each other improve what they do.
These are the bird which called the village weavers. These are village weavers. When we saw those are village weavers, the males looks much more yellow. They have very, very bright yellow and have very black head. And this time now, breeding season is only breeding soon. They come and visit this area. If after breeding season, they're all gone. So which means they come just only for breeding, they build their nest only for breeding. But when they are building the nest, is only the males who are nesting. The males are collecting the grasses and nesting, and the female is sitting somewhere in the tree looking how the male is doing it. And then with every male who have a very good nest, they are the one the female come and visit their nest. So if the female goes in the nest and see the nest is very good, they go in and then they are decorating inside. And also before that, the male, they want to show the female how strong the nest is. They are shaking the nest all the time and shouting. That's how the males show the female how strong is the nest. These are village weavers. They're always nesting near to the people or above of the water. That's where they have enough security. Which means if the people are here, there is no big birds go and eat their chicks. There's no snakes come and eat their chicks. Above of the water, if somehow heard most of the big birds not like to hunt above of the water, or more snakes not like to swim and go in the tree for eating the chicks and eggs in the tree above of water.
She proceeds by explaining how these several types of birds are among the creatures attracting many tourists in Akagira National Park.
As Akagira Park is one of the destinations we have in this country. We have it's only savanna park we have in this country. Always the different species of birds we have, the savanna species, we found them only in Akagira Park. So we have it's a good destination for the birds, which means we have a different habitat for the birds. We have more wetland birds. We have grassland birds, and we have the tree birds. So these are different species. We have different biodiversity and where the birds are sitting.
Currently, Akagira National Park is a home to about 480 species of birds, each with a unique way of life that sets them apart from others. Enra Gladys, RwandaTV News.
Now, women in the Social Democratic Party, that's PSD, have reaffirmed their readiness to impact the development of their fellow women and the country at large. This is as on Saturday, women in PSD convened in a workshop aimed at tackling their role in the implementation of the party's policies. We have the details with Prince Manzi.
The workshop was also aimed at analyzing the role of women in the Rwanda Social Democratic Party, PSD, towards the party's development and the country at large. The forum stressed on the PSD policies and ideology as well.
baradukangurira cyane uruhare rw'umugore mu iterambere ry'igihugu. Ibyo bintu byankoze ku mutima.
They stress on women's role in the country's development. I'm a farmer. I cultivate sweet potatoes through the process and access to financial services. I am able to gain 5 tons in just 3 months and a half. My aim is to develop from 5 to 10 tons.
Kukweza toni 5 z'ibirayi nkagera kuri toni 10.
Glorious Wanyirigira, in charge of gender balance in the Rwanda Social Democratic Party, affirms that a woman's development is the basis of the family's development and the country at large.
We were left behind in the previous years, but now we have to work, and on the party's level, we have to join strength as we are many towards the development of our country.
The Rwanda Social Democratic Party, PSD, demonstrates that such workshops are critical in shaping and ameliorating women's skills and abilities towards their development and the country's.
Thank you, Prince Manzi, for that report. Now, in Huye district, that's in the southern province, with only 4 days remaining to pay property taxes, long queues can be seen at Irembo service points. This is primarily due to some taxpayers not knowing how to use their mobile phones for tax payment, and some business owners delaying payment as they wait to maximize profits from their funds. At Irembo service points in various sectors of Huye district, in Huye town, and at the Rwanda Revenue Authority office in the town center, taxpayers, mainly those paying land taxes or registering to determine their tax obligations, can be seen waiting in lines. Irembo service providers explain that the crowding at some service points hinders the efficient delivery of services. Additionally, due to heavy traffic on the network used by many people simultaneously, there are occasional connectivity issues. To address the issue of long queues often observed in the final days of tax payment, the Rwanda Revenue Authority Deputy Commissioner for Taxpayer Services and Communication has stated that the institution is working closely with Irembo to encourage and educate citizens on using their own mobile phones to pay taxes. Rwanda Revenue Authority reminds the public that the deadline for paying property taxes is December the 31st, 2024. However, those paying rental income taxes have had an extension to that deadline until the 31st of January 2025. To facilitate taxpayers and help them avoid penalties, Rwanda Revenue Authority offices have remained open even during the weekend to provide services. Now to the eastern province, and travelers to and residents of Bugesera acknowledge that the district has developed past its dark history in the last 30 years. Local authorities have encouraged residents to embrace the development and take advantage of the growth. William Evans Mutawazi with more.
Bugesera district, once characterized by abandonment and trepidation, has over time undergone stunning transformation into a bustling urban center, something its residents look back at with pride and gratitude.
Mu by'ukuri imyaka 30 ishize jenoside yakorewe abatutsi.
Honestly speaking, 30 years ago, after the genocide against the Tutsis, a number of things have changed since then with support from our government. In particular, this district was abandoned and was lagging behind with several reasons to be avoided. 30 years after, this district is now rapidly developing and growing, both economically and in terms of mindsets and attitudes, at a steady pace because of the good governance. I've been working here for 3 years now, and I've expanded my business to other 2 locations according to the pace at which this district is economically growing.
This is my first time in this district. I'm surprised how good the roads are, the quality, the coffee is really good. All of the different coffee shops, restaurants. I was surprised by how amazing it is that the country has transformed so much in 30 years from where it was to how developed and vibrant and nice everyone is. Yes, it's very impressive.
As the district undergoes rapid transformation, with numerous infrastructure projects on a rise, many residents face the tough decision of selling their properties and relocating. In light of this, the mayor has emphasized the importance of ensuring that locals benefit from the development in their area. When development comes, we are supposed to be the primary beneficiaries. For this reason, we encourage residents to take full advantage of the benefits that come with development instead of selling their land to relocate to other areas. If, for example, you have 4 hectares of land, you can sell off 2 and remain with 2 so that you can benefit from the development near you. With significant infrastructure developments on the horizon, including the construction of a new international airport, this area is poised for substantial growth. William Evans, Mutabazi, RwandaTV News.
Now to the west, and in Rutsiro district, tea farmers grouped under the Rutegrog cooperative are appealing to the government for assistance in repaying a loan exceeding 2 billion Rwandan francs owed to the Development Bank of Rwanda. Without this support, their tea plantations, which provide their daily livelihoods, risk being auctioned off. The loan, initially amounting to slightly more than 1.5 billion Rwandan francs, was provided by BRD to the tea farmers to cultivate more than 1,200 hectares of tea plantations, that is, in 3 sectors of Rutsiro. However, members of the cooperative claim they have been unable to repay due to only 500 hectares being cultivated instead of the planned 1,200. The loan was granted back in between 2010 and 2011. According to the loan agreement, the cooperative was required to pay 6 million Rwandan francs monthly. However, due to low production levels, they managed to pay only between 2 and 5 million Rwandan francs per month. This shortfall led to the interest building up, pushing the debt to nearly 2.5 billion Rwandan francs. A letter from BRD has now warned the farmers that the collateral provided for the loan may be auctioned off. The farmers are distressed, saying that they have no means to settle the debt and have now turned to the country's leadership for intervention. Rutsiro district officials say the issue is beyond their capacity to deal with and have referred it to higher authorities for possible solutions. The cooperative is made up of over 1,000 tea farmers. Another challenge they face is the inability to expand tea cultivation areas, as landowners are now reluctant to make their land available due to the significant debt burden carried by the cooperative. I hope you're having a great final weekend of the year, and I'll be seeing you soon again. Goodbye.